12-5 equation of a circle. Equation of a circle. The center of the circle is given by h and k. So we're going to use, instead of x and y, we're going to use h and k, because we're going to use this for x, y, the line on the point on the circle. This is a radius, the center right here. This is the radius. So the radius of a circle is given by r. So this r means radius. This is a point, and then this is a point on the circle. So this is the center. So center is hk. We're going to use that instead of x and y. The equation of a circle in standard form is x minus h, these two, square, plus y minus k square equals r square. So it's kind of like a Pythagorean theorem, but this is actually an equation of a circle. So it's like kind of like, you know, x minus x1, x2 minus x1, y minus y1, but instead you're just adding them in a way and then squaring like Pythagorean theorem. So anyways, the equation of a circle that you have to know is x minus h square plus y minus k square is equal to r square. What do we already know that allows us to come up with this equation? Pythagorean theorem. This is a squared plus b squared equals c squared kind of thing, right? Kind of same concept. Because if I kind of draw a line, it's going to be like right triangle in a way. So, identifying values. Based on the given equation, identify the center, radius, and diameter of the circles. So this is circle A, B, C. We have three different circles. This is the equation of this circle, A. So here, the center will be 5 and 9. Radius is square root of 81, which is 9. Diameter is 18. Because 9 times 2 is 18. Radius is half of diameter. So if you want to get diameter, you just double it. So this 5 and 9 is the center. Okay? Now this minus is coming from the formula. So look at circle B. If I give you this circle equation, what is the center? Negative 2, because a minus is on the formula sheet, so negative becomes positive. So this number needs to be negative. This number is positive 10. The radius is square root of 50, which if I simplify using radicals is 5 radical 2. And then if I want to do diameter, I multiply double this. When you multiply 2 to this radical, you just do 5 times 2, which is 10, and just radical, you just write it. So double of this will be 10 radical 2. That will be the diameter. So diameter is 2r, 2 times radius. Take a look at this circle. If I give you this equation, what will be the center? The center will be negative 3 because negative is positive. So this is the center. This is negative 1. The radius is square root of 7, which is radical 7. Diameter will be 2 times radical 7, which is 2 radical 7. So if I want to write the equation of a circle, I'm going to plug it in. H minus 5 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals 4 squared, which is 16, r squared. It's like Pythagorean theorem in a way. Here, if I have a center, negative 2, x minus 2 is plus 2 squared plus y minus 7 squared equals square root of 11 squared. So if you do square root of 11 times square root of 11, that's 11. You can actually do that on the calculator. If you put square root of 11 on the calculator, you get 11. Look, if I use Desmos, if I do square root of 11, if I square this part, I get 11. You can actually put that on the calculator. Like this is the same thing as square root of 11. You need to get out, okay? You have to click this button to get out of the radical sign, okay? And then, otherwise it will just go 11. You can put this in the calculator, okay? So basically, the radius, this times this is 11. So that's the equation of a circle. let's look at, let me just move this. And then if I have a center 0, then it's going to be x minus 0, which is x minus 0 squared, but x minus 0 is x, so that's going to be x squared. And then plus y minus negative 3 is plus 3 squared equals, diameter is 10. Then what's the radius? 5, right? Then you have to use 5. And then what is 5 squared? 25. So this part is r squared, radius squared. You will need the radius, and you got to square that part, okay? So that's how you write the equation if I give you the information. So writing the equation of each circle by using the picture. So here you have a circle A, which is right here. This is the circle A. Circle B is right here. Circle C is right here. So basically you're going to write the radius and write the center and then plug it into the equation. So all you have to do is look at A. You look at the coordinate plane. This is 0 right here. This is 0, 0. So right here, this is 16 and 10. I just count it right here. You see the 16? So I'm going to give you the measurement. 16 is the x. You see the 10 after 8, that's 10. So just look at the y-axis, x-axis. So it's 16 and 10. And then we're going to put that here. So x minus 16, which is the center. Y minus 10. So you're going to put the x and the y. And then h and the k. So x 16 is x. It's like h is x. K is y. And then what you're going to do is put it into this equation. And then the radius is 10. So we're going to, because it's going by 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you look at 16 to 26, that's 10. I'm just looking at using the units here. So 10 times 10, because you have to do radius squared, remember that? That's 100. So the equation of this circle is x minus 16 squared plus y minus 10 squared equals 100. So let's look at B. B, the center is 4 and 20. So you have a 4 and 20. You're going to write that in x and y. And then you're going to do the parentheses square plus parentheses square equals 10, which is from here to here, it's 10. So 10 squared is 100. And then circle O is 0, 0. So if I plug in 0 to this equation, that's just x squared plus y squared equals, this is the radius 12. 12 squared is 144. So that's the equation for the circle O. This is actually circle O, because the center is in the origin. So I use O instead of C, because the center for this circle is the 0, 0. So graphing the circle, you need to find the center. So if I give you the equation like this, the center is negative 4 and positive 1. The reason why it's negative 4, because the formula has a minus. So you have to kind of understand that negative became positive. So that's why it's negative 4 is my x. So go there. And then y is 1. So just put a dot. Everybody do that on your paper. Put negative 4 and 1. Put a dot there. And then from here to here, you need to, center will be same distance. And if you have 25, square root of 25 is 5. So from here, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put the dot. That is your radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your radius. From the center, go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the radius. And 5 down. And then try to draw connect and draw a circle like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but draw a circle like that. So the center is negative 4, 1. Radius is 5. So use that to draw a circle. So let's look at the center. The center will be 5, 0. The reason why this is 0, because if you're missing something and you see y squared, that's 0. And then the radius will be what? 6, right? Square root of 36 is 6. So from here, you're going to put a dot on 5, 0. And then you're going to draw 6 here. go out 6. Just, I know it's kind of out of it, so put a dot there. Go 6 this way, put a dot. 6 that way, because it's radius. And then draw a circle. I'm going to continue. So let's say 0.32 on the circle with a center 5, 4. Solve for the radius. So what you do is you're going to do 5 minus 3. It's like doing y2 minus y, x2 minus x1 kind of thing. It's the same concept. y2 minus y1. And then you're going to add. And then you're going to square it. And then you're going to find the radius. Then this is going to be h minus x squared plus k minus y squared. And then equals is going to be r squared. But if I want to find the radius, I'm going to put it in the equation, square root this. Then that's going to be 2 squared plus 2 squared, a squared. Square root of 8 is 2 radical 2. That will be the radius. So if you want to find the radius, put this information in the equation and square root this part. And that's going to give you the radius. So if you want to write the equation, you're going to write x minus 5 squared plus y minus 4. So because I'm just using the center into the equation. And then the radius is radical 8. What is radical 8 squared? Because r squared is on this spot. Radical 8 times radical 8 is just 8. And you can actually do that on the calculator. And it will give you 8. So go ahead and do this one. I want you to put this like this. Look at this. I want you to do this part. And then you're going to type the answers on the Edpuzzle quiz. A circle has a diameter with endpoint negative 1454. Write the equation of the circle. So first you have to solve the center. So if I do this, negative 1 plus 5 divided by 2, I'm going to get the center of the circle. So if I add these two divided by 2, I get the midpoint, which is the center. And then 4 plus 4 divided by 2 is 4. I get the center. So if I want to find a center, I just have to add these and then divide it by 2. That will give me the center of the circle. Then you're going to solve for the radius. So once you have the center, you're going to pick a point. I just use 5 and 4, just one of them, one of the x and y. These are same on the circle. So this one, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to do 2 center minus 5 square plus 4 minus 4 square. And then add these up. And then I'm going to do square root of that. And that's going to give me radius. So if I do the math, I get negative 3 for this part. Square, which is positive 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So that's my radius. So once you have the center, by using kind of midpoint formula, you're going to find the radius by square rooting this part of the equation. And then if you want to write the equation, use the center and the radius to write the equation of a circle. X minus 2 square plus y minus 4 square equals 3 square, which is 9. So go ahead and do this part. You can just look at this, and I want you to solve this equation. Your circle has a diameter with the endpoints of negative 8 and 2, 2, 0. So add these, add x and the y's, and get the midpoint, because diameter, radius is halfway. That's why we're doing the midpoint, because radius is halfway. Radius is half of diameter. So get the center. Get the radius like we did over here, put in the equation, square root that, and then use these two information to complete the equation of a circle. Can you guys do this part? So right here, we're going to draw the center, 5, negative 3, and then draw a tangent line, which is x equals negative 2. X equals negative 2 is VUX, vertical line. So you're going to go to negative 2 and draw a tangent line, and then you're going to solve for the radius. So from here to here, you count 1, 2, 3. Radius is 3. You're going to use the center, put it into the equation. 3 squared is 9. So you're going to use center and this to write the equation. Go ahead and draw and write the equation.